Welcome back to the turbo event of the circuit, where table 1 is building up to be a real doozy. We've just had our first elimination, and believe it or not, it was Abhishek Jalan. Meanwhile, at the top of the table, we have Vinay Rajpal. For him, it's all or nothing. He needs to win this event outright to get the 100 points he needs to make it to the final 8. Let's see if he can make it happen.
एस जैक भी नहीं करूंगा
एक स्पॉट
मिडलमैन को ब्लफ कर
मैं तो चाह रहा हूं आप करो
एस जैक पे तो करना पड़ेगा
घूम कर रहा हूं मैं चाह रहा हूं
एस जैक पे
डाली करो अद्वैत ब्रो डालना शुरू कर दे फिर डाल तो भाई
मेरा नहीं है
अद्वैत क्यों करेगा ब्रो अद्वैत पे तो डालेंगे लोग
अरे ब्लाइंड बढ़ गई
नहीं मैं कह रहा हूं तू डालना शुरू कर
ब्लाइंड बढ़ गई मेरी जान
हमारे पास हैंड नहीं
Blinds are 2,000, 4,000. Lots of players hovering around 10 bigs or lower. As is Gaurav, as is Navi, as is Jagdeep.
इस पे कहाँ प्रेशर डालती हो मैं यार
बोलने में क्या जाता है ऐसे कोई गलती
मुझे पता है ब्रो मुझे पता है किस पे प्रेशर डालना है तो टेंशन मत ले 3 टारगेट मुझे दिख रहे हैं सामने
फास्ट में हो जाता है ना कभी कभार
Jacket suited in the small blind for Pavan. Too strong to fold, so it's about the strategy he's come in with from the small with this holding. To limp or to raise. He's taking his time, which would imply raise. Nah, just goes for the limp. Doesn't want to give away some timing tell, and King 10 off for Nishant. Good enough to jam.
I think that's why he ended up going for the call, not because he can see Nishant's cards, of course, but because it is Nishant, and that's exactly the kind of situation where he can now easily get away with saving himself extra chips.
बस
12 bigs precisely. Oh, there we go.
एक तो बिग ब्लाइंड में चली गई होगी यार मैं थोड़ा स्टैक हल्का सा मिसरीड कर लिया नहीं तो मैं खुद ही रख देता है अब थोड़ा ट्रिकी हो गया
Pavan mentioning he would have jammed if he counted Nishant's stack properly.
48 right? चल निशान गैम्बल करते हैं ब्रो
And now decides to call it off.
Come on
पावन ने कॉल किया वाओ
The lounge is confused.
हैप्पीएस्ट पर्सन राइट नाउ
हैप्पीएस्ट
कोई भी फ्लिप करते रहो बस
हां बस कोई भी करो
पर ये सब क्या हो रहा था ये तो मेरे लिए बहुत नेगेटिव है ये मेरे लिए बहुत सिनेरियो है
भाई पावन को चाहिए कि थोड़ा ये हो कि भाई निशान को डबल अप मिले तो थोड़ा कुछ मसाला आए
चिपीवी में लिमकॉल ही होगा ब्रो
बहुत सिनेरियो
ये चिपीवी में मतलब 10 बिग्स सोचा मैंने तेरा तेरी निकली 12 बिग्स
तो फर्स्ट ही
Pavan, always precise with his poker, looking to pop Nishant's king. Clubs are a good start. Nishant the top pair.
सॉसी जाना ही था ये तो
6 outs to destroy Nishant's hopes.
ऐसा कौन करता है
स्वेट
Safe turn.
ठीक है सर ठीक है 2 महीने लगाए एक पैर तू भी लगा ले ब्रो
ऐसे कौन करता है तो अभी भी सही
स्लोली
come on red come on
बूम
Oh my goodness. The river eliminates Nishant Sharma from the circuit.
Nishant, who had 100 points to start this event and needed either second place or a first place finish. वो जीतने के लिए खेला था bro, इसलिए कॉल कर दिया.
जो होना था वो हो ही गया eventually and river यार I lost on the river.
I decided to limp jacket suited in this moment, so I make money off him that way. And it turned out that he had king 10 off, and when I called, I spiked a flush on the river, so that was pretty lucky, and I won.
But I think overall I played well as per the strategy. I put pressure when I could have.
Well, end of the road, my friend, but you played super well. Let's talk more about your first time here at the circuit, your experience. What was your favorite thing so far?
I think the whole idea of like when I'm not playing, I'm watching them from here. Like it's super fun. I think and it was super fun with Pawan, to be frank. You know, like discussing all those hands, criticizing the play. So overall, it's like it was super fun, I think, and I enjoyed. I hope I get to come back again here. Like. And thanks to the Navi for calling me for this season. I think I had so much fun.
Fantastic. Very well said, mate. Excellent performance here at the circuit.
Thank you.
We'll see you on the next one, hopefully.
See you.
So we lose one additional contender for sure from the finale. Nishant Sharma joins the ranks of Pawan and Jagdeep. We will be saying goodbye to him for now. Everybody else still in the running. Pawan Bansal now with the chip lead could prove a point by shipping this event. He is, of course, not going to make it to the finale irrespective. The man to focus on, perhaps, is Vinay Rajpal. He's playing with 1 goal and 1 goal only to ship this event to secure his spot.
He's 7th rank, you're 56th rank. Yeah? गौरव का ग्राफ ऐसे जा रहा है, तुम्हारा ऐसे जा रहा है.
Jacks for Navi.
एक वैसे common.
Easy jam.
Don't listen to people who are
11 bigs.
at the bottom of the table.
I thought you said, when in doubt, just go all in.
Vinay has to let the racks go. Same racks for Pawan.
सर्किट में बहुत लोग नफरत कर रहे हैं.
Will surely hit the muck as well. Comes down to the blinds and ace king. This is getting called for sure. Advait will be happy to take this spot. It is a flip, but he could easily be ahead in case Navi is jamming something like ace queen, ace jack suited.
Oh, ये तो nuts ही होंगे. Oh, hey.
Classic flip incoming. Ace king versus jacks.
वो वाली सिचुएशन होगी तो एक ही जाएगा, दोनों नहीं जाएंगे.
नहीं वो तो बहुत परम्यूटेशन के बाद हो
भाई भाई crucial है. This could be the chip lead for the finale.
Probably. I'm just happy if Jam is good.
इससे better hand तो यहाँ पे इसको देखने को ही नहीं मिलेगा.
Advait in contention to top the leaderboard and get the extra bigs. It comes down to this. King on the flop.
10 would be a decent sweat.
Navi on the verge of being down to 1 big blind. Needs a jack.
Jack, no sweat.
Jack no sweat. Niente.
Boom.
Boom, he says, but just a 6, so 2 red jacks needed. 1 river to come. That's that. Navi's down to just 5k in chips. Advait gets the double up.
Oh yeah, by 5k.
Advait is the most silent but the craftiest.
So initially I was playing pretty tight only overall, you know. Yeah, that's how the overall dynamics was in the beginning.
Auto all in only.
Auto all in.
As every bust out happened, the dynamics for me like kept changing, you know. I even jammed 22 BB with ace king off, which I would never really do in a normal scenario. The risk premium is so high here, you know, it's tough for me to quantify it, but it's pretty high. There was still a small chance where, you know, I won't make it a top 8. Very thin chance, but you know, when there's that slight chance also, you don't really want to fall in that situation. So yeah, I was playing pretty tight overall, playing like 15% VPEP. Me and Navi had pretty similar strategies, and if you see the stats also, we were playing pretty similar percentage of hands in terms of VPEP RFI.
This is what happens at the circuit. The point dynamics in the penultimate event before the finale absolutely determine the strategies. 5 points to the next person out and 100 points on offer for the winner. So Advait is eyeing, topping that leaderboard, getting 500 bigs. Winning that flip will surely help his cause. Meanwhile, all eyes on Navi with just under a big blind left.
Pawan's going to get this next hand underway. One of the fearless people on the table. Nothing to lose. He and Jagdeep right there. Already out. but here to cause a little bit of trouble, which I'm always a fan of.
Navi's let the rags go. He'll hold on to that 7K in chips for now. Considering the pause, a 3-bet might be on the cards.
Yeah, he knows Vinay is yet to act, who'll be under a lot of pressure since he needs a lot of points. So this is a good spot to squeeze. And look at that. Queen Jack does oblige.
Nothing Vinay can do.
57.
Pawan might just be priced in. 81 in the pot, 45K to call. You don't suspect you're ahead too often, but just look at this. He is ahead in this scenario. This is why he might think he's priced in. But wow, Jagdeep gets the job done. Just goes to show how much Pawan wants to win it. Yeah, he took the gamble against Nishant, but here making the disciplined laydown. Well done by both. And let's not forget, goes to show how much Jagdeep wants to win it as well. They both have something to prove. Adds a bunch of chips to his stack without seeing a flop.
हम एक दूसरे के वे में नहीं आएंगे बाद में देखेंगे अपना
मुझे को तोड़ रहे हो बीच में बिठा
अरे कहाँ तोड़ रहे हैं तुझे
उठा लेता अच्छा हैंड मजा आता पहला पत्ता तो था मैंने कहा पहला पत्ता तो था
मेरा भी एक पत्ता बहुत अच्छा था
पावन और जगदीप तो रियल टाइम बॉम्ब्स थे टूर्नामेंट शुरू होने के पहले बट हमें लग रहा था वो हमारे चांसेस पे अटैक करेंगे सबके बट they were also playing pretty standard. They were probably playing for pride.
I think, to be frank, like I expected them to, little spew off or something like. But kudos to them, like they were grinding pretty hard. Like even though they have no chance of qualifying tomorrow, that shows like how much it means to them. Like
they played poker from their mind and heart, is like completely.
It explains how much it means to everybody. Circuit like.
बहुत अच्छा था एक बत्ता
निकल जा सेम आजा सेम आजा ऊपर नीचे आजा
I really respect their mindset. It's not easy to be in their spot.
Better thing is Advait and Sood should like win or Navi. ये तीन में से top 4 जैसे top 4 है वैसे रहने दो.
ये तीनों जीत जाए and नीचे वाले आउट हो जाए.
Why? Because everybody else doesn't reduce their points. हाँ, but I'm saying if these two win, so Nishant and Vinay shouldn't get chips. Come on, do that. Actually, if Navi and Advait finish around 200, 220, then the cutoff might be more.
Similar.
The point dynamics apply to those watching in the lounge as well. Don't forget, we have the second turbo table coming up. Those guys will be acting with perfect information. For now, Navi will take the spot. Jack 10 off from the cutoff. Certainly good enough for one big blind and change.
Soul in 7,000.
Jagdeep seems to be considering calling it off with 10-9 off. Not sure why.
सोचने के नवी से एक पैसे मांगूंगा 1000 के लिए कितने पैसे देगा फुल करने पे
100 रुपए
100 रुपए
Decides against it.
Oh my god बिना देखे पे तो
नहीं है ब्रो मैथ्स उतनी है ना
You can see Vinay getting increasingly more stressed with the cold run of cards when he needs a double up really soon.
एक एक पत्ता दिखाएंगे
Pawan priced it. Calls the 1,000. 2 live ones.
एक शोडाउन पे हाँ
नहीं तो ऑटो ब्लाइंड नहीं है ना ये एक ब्लाइंड है
और ब्लाइंड है ब्लाइंड है
काफी रख सकता है
one card
Little does he know that card's not terribly exciting to reveal. He has shown the 7 on the table.
चाहिए नहीं पहले ऊपर ऊपर के खोल दो एस किंग बस
Ace, Queen 8, 2 spades.
काफी ये तो डेड सीन है
Navi in a good spot.
किंग और फिर करता है
किंग भी मेरे लिए
मजे
good
कर
नहीं
लियो
है
उसके बाद
मत कर देना किंग आ गया
मक्की कर दियो ना
8 changes, nothing. Some opportunities for Pawan.
opportunities
opportunity
ace और queen ये तो high
And a 3. A 3 on the river eliminates Navi. What a way to go.
Chalo. Good luck, boys. GG. Good luck. Thank you. See you, Pawan.
GG. Congrats on making the finale.
I hope so.
You're there, bro. You're there.
Yeah, should be. I had to outlast two opponents. It was just kind of a different experience for me because I usually don't play this style. I'm usually always thinking about top spot.
Navi, done. 5 points more bagged. Pretty much secure, locked into the final. Kind of nasty slow roll there by Pawan on the end.
I know I did that to Gaurav, so I deserved it.
Fair enough. What was it like with the added dynamic of the leaderboards and how people were sort of forced to play? They couldn't play their normal strategies, let's say. Would you have liked to be in a different situation where you could have got involved a little bit more? Looked like fun.
Yeah, but I wanted to go through this grind because that's my weakness. And before the finale, I really wanted to just play solid. I just wanted to test my own skills. I mean, I had to play a different style. I mean, I think I wasn't playing my own old game, but that's what I had to do, and that's what this format teaches you. And I think it's such a blessing because for someone like me, going into the finale, I needed to discipline myself, and this was the perfect opportunity to just fold a few hands and just learn that bit.
So we lose Navkiran Singh in 6th place for 5 points, but irrelevant because he has locked his spot in the almighty finale. We're down to 5 players. Vinay still fighting for a spot. Pawan and Jagdeep having fun, something to prove for both of them. Looks like Pawan is closest to proving it at the moment. For the others, it's all about navigating the points of the circuit.
Yeah, remember, Vinay, just 10 big blinds, needs to ship this one pretty much to get himself through, or at least to give himself the best shot. Another table yet to play. Things might change around there. Gaurav and Advait seem pretty safe, pretty much locked up. Not so safe on the table for Gaurav right now, the new short stack, 4 big blinds. Would like, of course, to do as best as he can. That's just the nature of the man.
मेरे लिए फर्स्ट ही है जो
फर्स्ट ही है क्या खाली और कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है
नहीं तू और नवी माइनस लेते तो मेरे लिए 6000
हाँ हाँ
I think you can still finish second and give yourself a very good chance. Bro, final table भी तो है, वो second table. Not all of them are going to go beyond 190. There are only limited points left to play. जो 150 वाले हैं उसमें अगर वो fourth finish नहीं करते तो they are going to end up under you.
Let's see.
Laksh needs to get another 30 points if you finish second in order to overtake you. He also needs to finish fourth.
अभी कितना बन रहा है
अभी तो कुछ नहीं बन रहा
तेरा बहुत अच्छा चांस है second पे.
दोनों नहीं
And finally, a hand to play for Vinay Rajpal. And he's going to be ahead. He's definitely not folding Gaurav Sood, remember. Only 4 big blinds to start this hand.
And don't forget how Vinay's in this spot to begin with. An unbelievable comeback in the time bomb. Actually, against Pocket Jacks, Zarwan had those, I believe. Put him in contention to even make the finale.
क्या मस्ती कर रहा है?
Good luck, भाई.
जहाँ पे इस दिखा के बोल करता है वहाँ.
Now he could pick up 25k in chips.
Good luck, boys.
Thank you. या तेरा कुछ भला हो या मेरा कुछ भला हो. Team Delhi NCR.
Old friends going up against each other as they have throughout the season, but Vinay needs it more, arguably. Is way ahead. No king, 3 hearts, all good news for Vinay.
Pawan folding king 9 as well pre-flop, which leaves just 1 king in the deck for Gaurav Sood. And that remains the single out on the single card to come on this river. 9, not going to get it done. Vinay with the big double up. Gaurav Sood hits the rail.
ब्रेक कब है यार? ब्रेक कर सकते हैं क्या?
जी.
Gaurav, well played. More points locked. Final table pretty much locked as well. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty good, obviously. Finale logged. I didn't really pick up any hands as much apart from like 1 kings which I opened and got folds. Apart from that, I just didn't pick up hands, and it's very important in turbo to either get lucky if you're behind or like just win your all-ins in general, or if you're like picking cards, then definitely it's like a merry time out there. But I didn't pick up hands. I didn't win the only all-in that I was finally up versus, like in a bad shape only. But I'm at least happy that the chips went to Vinay, who's a really good friend, and if he could make the finale and make good use of it, that'll make me happy. So yeah.
That's very nicely said. Good sportsmanship, mate. Well, see you on the final table.
So we lose Gaurav Sood, but we will see him in the finale. That's going to be a fun sight for sure. One of India's best battling it out. Meanwhile, the man to watch, Vinay, now takes second place on the chip count, which means he might just pull off what would be an incredible comeback. Needs to win it all to make it to the finale.
I want to be, safe. And for that...
That's what second table people have been also doing. Look how far it got.
वो तो चाह रहे होंगे.
सब sweat करेंगे.
वो सबसे ज़्यादा मेरे को यहाँ पे बाहर करवाना चाहते हैं. सब.
Yeah.
That's true.
Starting सही.
वो होप करे पावन जीते. तेरे को हम जाने नहीं, तुम आउट हो जाओ.
हाँ, जाने नहीं देना मेरे को. हाँ.
देना है नहीं.
Yeah.
Mr. PB, मेरे को जाने मत देना.
तो मत जाने दो. इसको लेके जाओ टॉप 3 में.
मैं यहाँ
दोनों को तो आगे टॉप 4 में.
मैं यहाँ से उस रूम में जा नहीं पाऊँगा डायरेक्ट. मैं कहीं और चला जाऊँगा अगर मैं फर्स्ट हुआ.
Lines up next hand.
Lines up next hand, says the dealer, and they're plenty big to begin with. Ace 8 off for Jagdeep. He has about 13 and a half bigs. Theoretically, could just jam it in.
All in.
All in, he says. Great spot to pick up the blinds and antes, which are pretty hefty. Whoa, Pawan wakes up with ace jack off. What a great spot.
Good luck, guys.
Good luck.
I was hoping ये बिल्कुल end तक में हो, but ठीक है. काफी लोगों
को जैम ही करना होगा.
एक को करना ही है.
Obviously, bro. Like not even close.
There you go. Pawan approves Jagdeep's play.
Good luck, boys. तुम दोनों ने मेरा पूरी सीरीज में साथ दिया है. हम तीनों साथ साथ रहे हैं.
चॉप हो जाए.
चॉप हो जाए बिल्कुल चलेगा. अरे अब तो चॉप होना तो बहुत
ही चिन्ह है.
Queen deuce था
King
मेरे
and
पास.
10. King and 10.
मतलब नीचे का स्टेट लग सकता है चौक उनके लिए.
And that's that. Jagdeep Singh is out. Pawan Bansal with a mountain of chips. Vinay still in with a shot. We say goodbye to Jagdeep Singh. Put on a great performance. Couldn't get it done.
It's always like we are athletes and we are always competing, and it's always painful to lose, even though we have been conditioned to take the losses and win in like equal spirit. But still, when you're competing and we're competing with like some of the best players, you want to do well. You want the result, even though like in poker, short-term result can go in your favor or against your favor. From that perspective, it's been quite a downer that I haven't been able to pick up stacks or force some points in my favor. But still, it's like I'm quite grateful for this experience. There's a huge learning here.
So we're down to just 3 players. Looks like Pawan Bansal is in the dream-killing mode because Vinay is now third in chips and Pawan has 3x of his competitors. Can Vinay pull off an incredible feat? And can Pawan redeem himself and win an event here at the circuit? And let's not forget Advait Rajguru looking on the verge of locking in that 500 big blind stack that he would get by topping the leaderboard. So something at stake for all the players. Let's see how it all pans out, 3-handed.
Jalan will
They
be
really want you to win now.
Yeah,
Because
for sure,
that
for
won't
sure.
affect
For
them at
sure.
all.
How the tables have turned.
And they want Rajpal to bus now, Vinay.
ओ मेरे लिए तो bro पूछ.
मतलब तेरे लिए भी if I were Thiem or Laksh, I would still be rooting like quite.
नहीं उनका नहीं होगा इतना वो like.
It goes from discussion to complete silence as the action is on Pawan Bansal to get this hand underway. All the chips can apply all the pressure. And there you go.
How's that for pressure? All you can eat. Blinds went up to 4,000, 8,000, so the 2 competitors had stacks around 10 bigs, and ace-7 suited is going to be good enough to call it off. Pawan's going to be jamming so wide as we can see. Vinay should find the call button here. 3-handed, ace-7 suited is mighty strong. Easy for me to say though. This is going to be for his circuit life one way or the other. Here we go.
Advait happy?
I mean, I'm happy. I want you to win only, but whatever, it's fine. I mean, good luck, good luck.
Pawan's right, 2 live ones. Vinay can't be too happy, but 58% is what he's left with. I suppose good to be in as a favorite. This is what it comes down to. Vinay could get the chip lead on the table if he can hold.
Completely opposite demeanors as the flop comes out. Pawan looking pretty relaxed. Vinay, not at all.
Well, he'll certainly take the 9-3-4. 1 diamond flop. Favors him. Here's another diamond. But that does give straight draw outs.
Slowly.
Heart beating very fast.
10 outs going once for Pawan. But an ace means the double for Vinay.
Nice, bhai. Didn't want to anti-rule like that also. मेरा different shot इसका तो बाहर होने का ही है.
इसके shoes में I think मैं fold करता आज.
So Advait was rooting for Vinay to bust because he would lock the 500 bigs, but we're still 3-handed. Pawan down to 110k. About 14 bigs. Wakes up with pocket 5s on the button now. You don't want to open and get jammed on and then have to fold this hand.
Yeah, that would be a waste of big blinds. Locked into his thinking position. Mr. Bansal, calculator whirring.
All in?
All in declared. Who wants it? Advait says no. Vinay's gonna say yes.
Here we go. This is going to be a flip once again.
अरे भाई.
Okay, good luck, guys. Good luck, guys. Good luck.
One time.
This is actually the best situation for us, bro. Good luck, guys.
Chalo.
This is the best situation for us.
Good luck, guys.
Does Pawan get his chips back from Vinay? Or can Vinay collect this huge pot and go to heads up with the chip lead?
Trick question.
Because like, he has a lot to lose over here.
Flip.
Come on, lose 3-4.
5 of clubs.
Or 5 clubs. Yeah. No. 5 spades.
Let's keep it simple, guys. 5, ace.
Oh, bapre.
Let's keep it simple.
Good luck, Jalan.
The stakes for Vinay could not be higher. It comes king, queen. Still a flip.
Back to clubs, come to feet, 10 ace jack.
Wow.
That's not good. That's not good. I can't see.
Maximum drama on the board, maximum tension. And it comes at 10, the nut straight for Vinay. Only full house outs for Pawan, and none of them come in. That's it. We're heads up.
Boys, I'm super proud.
Vinay is mounting an incredible comeback, but for now we say goodbye to Pawan Bansal.
तो मेरा तो हो गया chip lead भाई.
मैं अब तो objective पूरा करके जा रहा हूँ. जलान को chip lead नहीं होने दिया.
हाँ, ये chip lead confirm हो गया और
तेरा solid chance है finale में.
मेरे लिए अब कुछ नहीं हारने के लिए.
You have nothing to lose. You should absolutely.
Nothing to lose, bro.
You're locked up finale chip lead, bro.
Yeah,
this has gone pretty well.
Jalan, you also got fucked. We also got fucked, bro.
Yeah.
92.
Really happy today. I created some chaos.
There he is. The chaos factor. Well done today, man.
Thank you so
It
much.
looked like a lot of fun because you were free.
It was. It really happens in poker that you have absolutely nothing to lose, right? This was one of those scenarios where I had absolutely zilch to lose and everything to gain by creating some chaos, making sure the finale is more interesting. A lot of pressure on the guys going second now.
It was fun in the back room because they of course had their favorites and who they needed to go for, and it was you and Jagdeep just throwing all of that all into the wind. What was like the easiest spot for you in this table in general? When you came in, you looked at everyone seated and you were like, okay, this is going to be very easy to do.
So the easiest players usually to play against are the ones who have the most knowledge. So if people know what needs to happen for them to qualify for the finale and they're willing to put that into motion, they're not going to get swayed by emotion. So I felt like Advait and Gaurav were going to be the easiest people to play today on the table, ironically, because they're the two of the country's best. And then Navi surprised me. You know, Navi was in a position, similar position to these guys, but I thought that because his natural game is so aggressive, that he'll just stick to that. But turns out Navi is capable of folding, and he's showing me less of his game this circuit that I haven't seen before. So it was tricky on the table, actually. It was not all-out aggression, like I promised. I mean, I lied a little bit as well. I wanted to win. I wanted to win.
Fantastic. Well, he's teed up the dynamics for us very nicely there. Pavan, what a pleasure.
Thank you
as always, we will hopefully see you in season 4. Hope. Fingers crossed. No one's safe on the circuit.
I was wearing an axe earlier around my neck.
GG, brother.
Thank you.
So let's just take stock of where we're at. Vinay on the verge of what would be the comeback of the season. He needed to win this event. Now he's going into heads up with a 3-1 chip lead. And let's not forget Advait Rajguru, by coming in second, and of course Jalan coming in last, has locked in number 1 position on the leaderboard going into the finale. So well played by both to get this far. But who will take this event down? And can Vinay make it into the finale? It's time for heads up.
Cards in the air. And Vinay Rajpal versus Advait Rajguru. And I tell you what, Vinay wants this one to end nice and quickly. He just wants to get it done. He's fought so hard to get here. And now he has to get through the assassin himself.
Well, with the blinds being at 5,000, 10,000, we are pretty shallow in stacks. Advait rocking just about 10 bigs. And he begins with a limp on the button. He's very, very experienced heads up. After all, you need to win the heads up to close a tournament, and Advait is closing tournaments on a daily basis. Flop comes 10-3-7. Middle pair for Vinay, which is usually pretty good heads up.
Does check his option, giving Advait the opportunity to put some chips in there. Reaching for 2 pinks. 1 big blind is the bet.
Easy check call for Vinay. This is heads up. He has the Queen of Hearts for some backdoor hard draws. 3 is a pretty safe card. Now this is the key moment in the hand. Advait has 81k, 50k in the pot. Does he want to take another stab? Does he think Vinay is folding too many hands that he would call on the flop? The board was pretty wet. Straight draws possible, flush draws possible. Would they fold? And how much heat do you need to apply for them to do so? Oh, he's grabbing more chips. Doubles the flop bet. But it's only 40% of the pot. 20k into 50k. I don't see Vinay releasing just yet.
Advait rightly recognizing that this is a hand he's holding that's not going to improve much. And if he gets a result with just 9 high, that would be fantastic. But as you said, Vidar, not going to happen. Vinay Rajpal comes along.
Yeah, that bet was meant to fold out some pure junk, you know, the queen jacks, the king highs. In this case, Vinay had a proper piece. All of a sudden, though, a 7 on this board is reduced to the worst pair. 10-3, 7-3 jack. If Advait can find the all-in, I think Vinay will be in a 6 spot. He does have a 9 in his hand, which is a blocker to the straight that just appeared with the jack. Does he think it's enough? He's going to use a time bank to figure out whether to unload the cannon. He likely thinks Vinay is calling off with a 10. If he knew Vinay had a 7, I'm sure he'd fire. Vinay could be trapping 3s as well. And let's not forget, some straight draws, 9 high actually beats the 5-4, the 6-5. So he has the slightest of showdown values.
That Time bank running out. Checks his option.
7.
Vinay shows him the pair. Batman doing well.
There we go, Vinay admitting that an all-in would have been very, very difficult to figure out. Thankfully for him, no need to do so. And now I believe a 7-1 chip lead.
Hey, oh.
This would be an incredible comeback. Think back to where Vinay was at the beginning of the last event, the time bomb. Needed to bag a bunch of points, needed to have a shot. And now here he is. Pole position to win it all, take 100 points and secure a seat in the Season 3 finale. Let's see how much of a hurdle Advait proves to be. King 9 off. This is going to be good enough. Easy jam on the button. Any king up to 10 bigs, you can pretty much close your eyes and put it in there from the button at least.
All in.
All a question of what Advait wakes up with now. Queen 5 suited. We're playing with an ante. I think this is a call. He only has 4 bigs left. Here we go.
Good luck.
60-40 to mount the comeback is Vinay Rajpal. All he needs to do is hold.
अंदर बताए ना क्या चल रहा है.
Queen.
Real tension in the air now. All Vinay's.
A king, but it's a diamond, followed by a queen. Little bit dramatic, but still pretty favorable for Vinay. Just needs to avoid a diamond or a 5. There's a 4. Which means 5 outs. Otherwise, Vinay's done it. And that's that.
Well done.
Well done indeed.
Hello. GG for both actually.
Yeah. Congrats.
GG to Advait for locking the top spot on the leaderboard. And what a performance by Vinay Rajpal, who secures a seat in the finale.
So with still some poker to be played, 5 seats locked up in the finale, a few more up for grabs in the middle of the pack, still has a shot. It is far from over here at the circuit.
7x को check.
Oh, it was crazy.
Let's go.
He's opened it up now.
The plan was to, just go and play solid poker, and I was able to do that. So I'm glad.
It's like मजा आ गया bro. अब आएगा ना स्वाद.
My man, from the very bottom to the very top. That's just excellent. Over and above that performance there. How are you feeling right now?
Actually, to be honest, I'm feeling on the top of the world right now because, after 3 games, I had 40 points and I was so disappointed with myself. And I was you have 2 games to go and you have to finish top 2 in both the games.
I had a bad start, and in the first break, I was 8. And I was like, what's going on, man? What are you doing? I took advantage of the break. I went to my room quickly and, I put my hoodie on, my shades on, you have to be in a zone now. Because you only have 30 bigs now and you have to turn this around. That's the only way you can qualify for the finale. And then I started opening quite a few hands and I picked up hands also. I got ace king twice and I took some chips, I collected some chips from the table and I was happy, because then I got to 80k.
And there you go, what a performance from Vinay. Takes down this event, gets himself into the finale, and it's Advait who's going to be the guy on top though, securing the top spot with today's points additions and the yellow cap to his name.
Yeah, I mean, things panned out perfectly, Even if you look at the previous MTT, even there I was trying to, just make it to top 5 somehow in the finale, and that worked out for me. Even today, I was trying to come into top 6 first. I was taking it step by step. The initial plan was to come into the top 6, and that's what happened. Then I was hoping, Gaurav goes out. That also happened. Yeah, so things really went my way. These things don't really happen every day, so I'm really happy.
Abhishek Jalan was a little bit disappointed in his performance today, but he had done so well before that he's also a sure thing. And it was Navkiran Singh who snuck in with a good performance as well.
I mean, winners come first. Didn't expect that. Let's see. There is like a slight possibility that I may not qualify, but I think I should have secured a place in the finale by now. So let's see.
He's not quite safe though. Game 2 will have something to say about that. We'll see what happens with that on the next episode of The Circuit, where the middle of the table will be fighting for their position in the finale.